Moshi und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Is Memories of Celceta. Haben wir ein Bild von Lisa oder haben wir eine Charakterbeschreibung von Lisa? Ich glaube nicht, sie ist kein prägnanter Charakter genug, glaube ich. Doch, Lisa, tatsächlich. Und Calilica haben wir auch und Eldiel haben wir auch und Frieda und oh mein Gott, haben wir noch ganz viele Charaktere. Wobei, so viele sind es gar nicht mehr. Sind noch die 3. Okay, gut. Dann heben wir uns die nochmal auf und erkunden jetzt weiter die Stadt. Excuse me, Dario? Do you have something you need me to... Ah, at all. Perfect timing. I actually have something I need to discuss with you. So, what's in your mind? Actually, it was about your gravestone and all. I was the one who built it. Someone else asked me to do it, but still I feel terrible. I hope its existence didn't cause you any bad luck. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I beg of you. I never forgive you. It's the fruit that counts. Ist der Gedanke, der zählt. Really? I'm glad you're not upset. Ah, you're so polite. Is something wrong, Ozma? A thought crossed my mind. Was anything buried in that grave? Oh, hey, now that you mention it? Can't be a body in there, so it is just dirt? No, our tradition for cases where there no body are to bury the belongings of a deceased. I mean, all belongings. That's what was buried in his grave. I'm so sorry, it's just slipped out. I didn't mean... It's okay, we understand completely. All belongings. From before he lost his memories. No less. There may be new information to discover with him then. For real, I'm going to tell the Major to have that grave removed really soon. So please just wait a little bit longer. And all, I think we should probably be leaving now for Dario's sake, if nothing else. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We don't want the poor guy to have a heart attack. When I grew up, I want to be an architect. My father, my grandfather were all architects, and I'd love to follow in their footsteps. Okay. Dann macht das mal. Das ist das Major House, ne? Ja. Nehmen wir dann dieses Haus hier. This house seems to be empty. This is Lisa's house. But Lisa is out most of the time, so it's usually empty. What about her family? She lives on her own. Both of her parents passed away the year I was born. Oh. And that's pretty much all there is to see of Lisa's house. Let's move on, shall we? Was gibt's denn hier zu sehen? Nix. Hier ist nichts Interessantes. Ist auch nicht nett, irgendwie in ihrem Haus rumzusneaken, während sie unterwegs ist. Dann gehen wir doch lieber hier lang. So. leuchtet irgendwas oben. Oh, Adol, it's great to see you. I'm so glad you're alive. Everyone here feared the worst. There are only dust and old dreams in here, but please make yourself at home if you can. Nothing but dust and old dreams, huh? A few too many books in here to make a claim like that, if you ask me. Yes, I do have a lot. Simon and Betty are the descendants of scholars and the most well-educated people in all of Highland. While Lord Eldiel gives the ultimate decision on one to invite to this town, he'll often ask for advice from Simon and Betty before doing so. Wow, so they're kind of like his heavenly advisors or something then? Oh no, we're not quite that important. Lord Eldiel is omnipotent and omniscient in the trust sense, you see? Or the truth sense, you see? But as a result of that, he doesn't always see things the same way a human would. And that's where we come in. We provide him with a human perspective on things, nothing more. Frankly, it's an honor that he listens to us and our... I see. How long has this Eldiel been living in the region? Well, I couldn't give you an exact answer, but it's been hundreds of years for sure. I don't know if you ever seen any, but all of the winged statues in the Great Forest are imagined of Lord Eldiel. Hundreds of years? So that means he must be a really, really old man by now. You wouldn't be able to tell if you met him. He looks and acts like he's still in his prime. I've never heard of him fallen ill before, either. Wow. His personality, a large part of why all of us here in Highland love him so much. He's indestructibly kind, and he even has a great sense of humor. Just talking with him always puts me at ease. Sounds like a pretty great guy, God. I think we've probably kept you long enough now. True, we should be letting them go. But you're welcome to come back anytime if you should need everything. Calilica, I'm sure you have plenty of other places to show them now. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you both for your time. Das sind Eldiels Vertraute. Was haben wir hier? Wahrscheinlich eine Küche. Ah ne, ein Stall. Hello, my name is Button, and I'm studying different ecosystems here in Highland. We've met before, but as it seems you don't remember, I see no harm to reintroducing myself. I currently raising rare livestock from throughout the European continent in this building. Feel free to visit here anytime if you like to study them yourself. Welcome, travelers! As you can see, this is a place where we weave fabrics and tailor clothes. This is a role that has been passed down in my family for generations. Okay. Ist anstrengend, dass man sich immer den ganzen Dorf vorstellen muss. Ist ein bisschen anstrengend. Ah, hier ist das Community Center. various quest displays on the board.
Are you a zombie? I know all about zombies. Sometimes when people die, they keep moving around and they are called zombies.
Tatiana. Oh, it's you, Calilica. I see Adol and his friends are with you too.
Have come to ask me something.
Yeah, we have Werner. Oh, but first I should introduce you. This is Werner. Sein Name ist auch Brösel. He's responsible for observing the river. Observing the river? Surprised there is a job like that here. So, you've seen anything strange around the river lately? Well, yes, actually. Not long ago, I saw two strangely dressed individuals and Bergstoff, a man and a woman on the opposite shore. Can you describe them at all? A woman was, let's just say, lightly dressed and had long purple hair, and the man was enormous, clad in obviously heavy-looking armor. I remember when well because they were such an odd combination, like a study in opposites. Sounds like that man must have been the beast tamer we encountered. Yeah, and the woman must be that magician. So, those two allies sure wouldn't have guessed that? Oh, you've met them yourselves? Unfortunately, all I could confirm is that the two of them were together. They were on the opposite shore, after all, so I couldn't hear what they were talking about, nor confirm exactly what they were doing. I see. Still, at least now, we know they connected in some way. That's pretty significant on its own. Thanks for the information. Oh, it was nothing. I'm happy to help her.
Thanks a bunch. I was really surprised when I heard you were still alive. And not only that, you were able to make it back here with your friends. You are truly a special individual, Christian. Gleich wieder am Flirten, die Frau, ey. Warum stehen die Frauen nur alle so auf ihn? Was ist sein Geheimnis? Seine feuerroten Haare? I didn't expect I've ever seen you alive again, red-headed traveler. Pretty surprising, huh, Mr. Tiddles?
Oh, Mr. Tiddles ist ja süß.
Meow!
Give it a fruit or not? Cheat or not? Rotting fruit. Cheat or not? Katzen glücklich machen. Cheat or not? Oh, ist doch Flur. Süß. Hello and welcome to Highland. Make yourself at home. I'm sure you had a long journey. At all, you really gave me a shock of my life yesterday. I granted you thought I'd seen a ghost. I couldn't believe my eyes, Eva. I thought you had a twin brother or something. Is this some kind of shop?
Well, technically, yes.
This is Philemon's workshop, and the staff here is responsible for all of the machinery in Highland. Machinery? Oh, you aren't familiar with machines? Well, Kana and Ozma are from the forest and live off the land, so they've never seen machines like the ones here before. You have seen them, then I assume? Yeah, machines are complicated contraption thingies that do stuff in a nutshell. I see. That your explanation was not help at all. And there you have it.
It's a shame your brain isn't as big as your body, and you'd be quite the genius.
Oh, come on now, give me a break.
Hey you, big guy over there. You're blocking the entrance. If you want to talk, move over and stop getting in the way of our customs.
Why, am I the only one who gets told off? It's nice to see you all. And it's particularly good to see you alive at all.
We were discussing how this workshop is responsible for all the machinery in Highland.
Does that mean those windmills outside were created here as well? That's right. I was responsible for designing them, in fact. Thanks for the knowledge I received from Lord Eldiel anyway. Through all the wisdom I was given has also been given to someone else as well.
I see. I still don't really get it. But I can tell you're an amazing person at least.
But of course, you're a perceptive one, young lady.
Don't get cocky, old man.
Are all the girls in Highland like this? I thought it was just Calilica, but this one seems like a handful too.
Well, Timali is Philemon's successor, so she's not exactly your run-of-the-mill girl. Indeed, you may now bow before me.
Wow. Not often we get customers like you. Please welcome and look at my wares. You plenty of offer, take it from the fancy. Was verkauft denn der? Claymore. Deutlich besser, ne? Heavy Gauntlet, Trident und Feathers Knives. Feathers Knives und Feathers Knives und Trident natürlich. Lamel Armor, Ember Coat. Was ist denn der Unterschied? Ach, Strength. Bisschen weniger Armor, aber dafür mehr Strength. Karis Cape. Ich würde sagen, den Karis Cape nehmen wir für sie. Ja, die Lamel Armor brauchen wir mindestens einmal, also ja, Aldol kann sie haben. Wobei, nee, er kriegt lieber den Ember Code. Der kriegt den Ember Code und die Lamel Armor bekommt der andere. So, das Claymore. Sieht schick aus. Ja, Ember Code. Ember Code. Jetzt sowieso schon genug Stärke, da brauchen die noch mehr. So, gehen wir jetzt nochmal zu meinem Shop hier. Obwohl, das ist gar kein Shop. Das ist das Inn. So, hier waren wir komplett. Dann gehen wir jetzt nochmal hier hoch. So groß ist es ja gar nicht. Ich habe gedacht, es ist größer.
Joel's gonna be a Shola with me. We'll have a Shola wedding and make Shola babies. And that's an undeniable fact. Come on, stop fighting, please. I told you Joel's going to be a tailor with me. A tailor wedding and make tailor babies. There's no other choice.
Oh Gott, was ist denn hier los? Joel ist so doof. Ah, da ist Lisa. Und der Weihnachtsmann. Ah, ne, doch nicht. Das ist die Statue von Eldiel wieder. What an impressive building.
It sure is pretty. This is the chapel, where people offer prayers to Lord Eldiel.
Ah, immer wenn ich Gottes Häuser betrete, passiert dasselbe. Bin einfach nicht gemacht dafür.
Look, it's Mariana and Lisa talking by the altar. How about we go say hi? Oh, you must be... Good day, Adol. Did you manage to get any sleep after we spoke last night?
I did, thank you.
Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Are you Lisa then? Are you Lisa then? You're very pretty. Isn't she, Fru? Lisa is the most popular maiden in all of Highland, and for good reason. Most popular?
Why are you boasting about her? Boasting about her? Shouldn't you be like jealous or something?
These two have always been very close to one another. They've been raised together and they were sisters.
I see. And who might you be?
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Mariana. I'm one of the apostles of Highland.
Apostles?
Oh, that's right. I haven't explained that yet, have I? Those who directly serve Lord Eldiel are referred as his apostles, and only apostles are allowed to enter the tower where he lives. Of course, there's more to it than that, but that's the general gist. Suffice it to say it's a very important position. Lisa is an apostle too, and so am I. But I'm just an apprentice. Oh, really?
Important position, huh? So, how do these apostles serve you, Lord Eldiel, exactly?
Well, each of the apostles have a different task assigned to him or her. Mine, for example, is the rite of prophecy, in which I converse the words of Lord Eldiel to the people of Highland. Lisa's role, then, my role is called the rite of summoning.
The rite of summoning? If I recall correctly, the Major spoke of that yesterday. Adol said something about Lord Eldiel giving knowledge to people in his choosing. So does that mean your role is to bring those people here?
Exactly. You probably figured this out by now, but the one who brought Adol to this town before he lost his memories was Lisa. Really? Come to think of it. What happened to the person you were supposed to be bringing here this time? Was he with you when you returned last night? No, actually. Lord Eldiel indicated that the timing was no longer convenient, so I was asked to cancel the summoning until a later date. Really? That's a shame, but if Lord Eldiel wasn't able to grant an audience, then that's that, I suppose. He must be really busy right now. Yes. Are you okay, Lisa? You seem tired. Perhaps you should avoid making any more long journeys for the time being. No, I'm fine. Well, if you sure... Alright, everyone. I think we should move on the next location. I really am fine, Calilica. You don't need worry so much about it. Everyone needs to rest sometimes. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Indeed. We have heard enough for now. Any further questions can wait. Thank you very much for your time. Take care. It's nice meeting you. Okay, Miss Tour Guide, lead us away.
Don't patronize me, Neckchin. Come on, everyone. Let's move along.
Ich würde sagen, das waren alle wichtigen Orte. Ja. Right, I think we've been about everywhere in town now. We should have enough information to work with, so let's head back to the mayor's place and regroup. Yes, we must decide our next course of action.
Meanwhile, I'm afraid I have some business to attend to, so I must bid you adieu. I see you again later. Bye!
Alright then, Adol. We gathered a fair amount of information at least. There anything in particular that stands out to you? About the apostles, about Eldir. The winged god you're supposed to have met before you lost your memories. He sure seems to be loved by everyone around here.
Well, if he really lived in that tower for 100 years, then he's not an ordinary human, that's for sure. And he's supposed to be in perfect health, not like some old man or anything.
Those statues in the forest supposedly were cast in his image, which means there's a high likelihood that he has some connection with the ancient kingdom of Celceta. While we cannot be certain until we have met him for ourselves, he does seem to fit the very definition of God. Yeah, this whole Eldir thing is definitely an interesting development, but I was thinking of something else, something that might help figure out what happened to you here though. About the shady man and woman. About my belongings? Yeah, I was thinking that too. If you really fell into the white waterfall, your belongings could hold the key to this whole mystery.
This could be our chance to see what Adol had with him before he disappeared. Assuming we can even get to them since they've been
buried. And since everyone thought you were dead.
They buried them in your grave?
Time for some grave robbing. That's settled in, and permission from the dead guy himself means no curse, no problem. Just a little playing in the dirt and bam, answers. There's not a moment to waste.
Doch, da ist ein Moment zu wasten. Und zwar machen wir kurz einen kleinen Break und sehen uns dann gleich wieder im nächsten Part. Frohes Schaffen, frohes Sein, bis gleich, haut rein, eure Silvarius. Be right back. Au! And out.